All right, we're going to go into talk about placing images and moving images around using the page builders. So one thing to notice here is if you go to the photo albums page here, you notice the page builder is not up here, and that's because photo albums has been designated as the blog page, which will just list the blog posts. Okay, so we can't really change this page with the page builder, but we can customize it up here in some other ways, but that's kind of beside the point here. So let's go into this blog post here, which has pictures, and let's go into page builder, and we'll notice that this whole thing is one module. So if I click here, this is a text editor module, and it has all of this stuff in it. So the one thing that's, let me cancel out of this. One thing that's easier to do, maybe if you just have a few pictures to put on, is to take this here photo module here and click and drag it over, and then you can select a photo, and you can put whatever photo you want. This is the media library, see, with all dates. We can go filter that a little bit, but we should have all of the photos available that have been uploaded to the website in the media library. Okay, so let's just click one here, and let's see, it says the size over here too, 360 by 481. That's a vertical one. This is a horizontal one, 41 by 360. So let's use this one instead. For SEO purposes, this would be good to just fill in what the picture is. Fish caught on Lake Superior. That helps Google understand what the picture is for, and then that picture can end up showing up in image searches. And I'll show you what I mean by that in a second. Here you can change the size if you want to. Notice how, we can go medium, it'll be a little smaller, or if we want the full size. Sometimes the picture will be really large, and you don't want to use like a 2000 wide image when the screen is when there's only room for about 400 and some pixels, because that slows down your website if you use a really large picture. So you don't want to use a larger size than what you need. And thumbnail is too small because, for this anyway, so see how that looks so small. We like it more like full size for this one. So basically, and then you can change the alignment and stuff, and see how that looks. But now I'm going to say save here, and then notice that this is its own module all by itself, and then this is another module. So what I like to do a lot of times is I will just take, for an existing thing, I'll just grab the text out of here, and maybe I'll do it like a Control X, or I could do right click and cut to get rid of it here, save this, and then maybe I'll add another module, which is a text editor module maybe, and then I'll put that up here, and I'll paste the text into there and save that. So now you see we've got a separate module. This is text, and this is a photo. This is still a text module, but it just contains a bunch of photos. So if we go in here, I'll show you how that works. So we've got, if you click on the photo, you could delete it, or you could change some things about it. But if you wanted to add another text, even if we were back up here and we wanted to add an image here, we could add an image by clicking the Add Media button, and then we've got the pictures available again. See, and yeah, that's a small one. Let's just take a bigger one. 960. Okay, so see how that picture will still go into the text editor module, even though this is the photo module here, but this is a text editor module, and you can still have a picture in there too. So just some examples of what you can do. And then if you wanted to change these, all you do is click here, click on a picture, and then remove it. You can do that for any of these pictures. Yeah, like that. Or you could just go over to this text thing, and you can just highlight it and erase it all if you wanted to, or whichever ones. Now, what about getting the pictures horizontal? When we are in the blogging mode here, notice the screen is separated here. We're only taking up part of the screen. We can change that format. A lot of times you'll have other things over here in the sidebar, like categories of posts or dates of posts and stuff. But we could make this wider and not have a sidebar too. So it doesn't really make sense to put pictures beside each other when you have such a narrow space. But let me just change it for now and see if I can figure out where that is. Hang on a second. Okay, if I want to change the layout of this blog page so I don't have a sidebar, I can go up to Customize here. And then if I go to Content and Blog Layout, okay, I can change this so there's no sidebar. And save and publish, and then get out of that. So now we're in a blog post and there's no sidebar. So now if I want to put some photos next to each other, let's go to Page Builder again on this blog post. Let's say I want to add another picture to the side of this one. I could drag a photo module over, and notice how if I put it here, it'll go on top, here it'll go on the bottom, but notice if I go over here, it'll go onto the right column. So it'll make two columns. And then I can select another photo, and this works kind of nice, I think. Let's take this one. Notice this is 25. This is a really big picture. So I'm going to say select photo, but I don't want to use this full size. See how it went though right by the other one? But I don't want to use the full size. I want to use more of like a medium size. Because if I use this, it's going to take longer to download and it's not going to appear any bigger. So you want to use the right size. Notice how, I did get a little bit smaller. And maybe if that's too small, we could go up one to large, but it's still not the huge one. And then we say save. Okay. And then we got two pictures to be beside each other, so this is a row with two columns. Okay. And up here we've got a row with one column. And actually this is a text module, but we could still add a picture there. I'll just show you how that works. All you do is grab this, click and hold the photo thing, and then you can put it right in the side there, and then select another photo, and we'll use that one, and maybe a little bit smaller. You can see how it turns out. If that's too big, then you can change it. But so notice, I'm just going to say done. Notice how now this picture, this is a text module, but this is a photo module. And then these are two photo modules, and this is all a text module here. So this doesn't look so good here because these are all small pictures vertical with all this white space around. This looks better to have the photos filling up the space. We have a little space there, but that's because this picture size is more landscape than this one. It's just the proportion of the picture. And then of course a vertical picture. So you can work with this stuff and change it around. So I hope that gives you an idea of how you can work with those column, pulling modules into columns and photos and stuff like that. And I can always explain more if need be. Okay, since I changed the blog layout, notice when I go to the photo albums page, the sidebar is not there anymore. So that's kind of the trade-off. So sometimes you may want that, but we can. Let's see, no, we can't really change that. That's all changed from here, this customized thing. So if you wanted to change that back, you got to go down to content and blog layout. Oh wait, post layout. Yeah, that's more detailed. Okay, so blog layout, you could change that back so you had a sidebar, but maybe it doesn't matter so much. We can put sidebar info like categories and dates and stuff on other spots too. So we maybe want to talk a little more about how we want to do that. So, all right, hope this is helpful. Thanks.